Hey guys, in this video I would like to take a look at Mythbuntu 11.4, which is of course based off of Ubuntu 11.4, and it uses the XFCE desktop environment, and it is available for both 32 and 64-bit systems. So I am going to install Mythbuntu, and we can see if the installation process is much different to Ubuntu 11.4. So preparing to install Mythbuntu. This screen looks exactly the same as the screen you would get when installing Ubuntu. I'm not going to download any updates or install the MP3 plugin because I'm using it in a virtual machine and don't want to waste my downloads bandwidth. So let's click forward. And I am going to use the entire disk because I have a virtual box hard drive. Though obviously if you're dull booting, then you have to click something else and be very careful when formatting your hard drive. So forward, and there's my hard drive. It's a VBox hard disk, 8.6 gigabytes, and I'm going to click install now. It's a very simple installation process like with all Ubuntu type distributions. I'm just going to keep an eye on the bottom section here because I don't want it installing downloading a whole bunch of updates from the internet, because it takes a lot longer if you let it update. And unfortunately with 11.4 it has a habit of downloading the updates without asking for your permission first, which is a little annoying. I'm just going to pause the video for now. Oh, hang on a second, no I'm not. Okay, so what time zone am I in? I'm obviously in Brisbane, Australia. Forward. It's taking a little while, thinking. And as you can see down below here, it's just currently copying files, and you can select your choices while it's installing. You are always safe with the USA keyboard, really. Forward. And name. Okay, I'll just use the default name. I'll create a password. And I will set it to login automatically. And yeah, forward. Okay, now this is where the installer is a lot different from Ubuntu. So what type of system will this be? Primary, backend with front end. A backend / front end combo machine is the most common setup for people wanting MythTV for HTPC applications. This type of installation is intended for use as a component in your home theater. Okay, and what's this? Secondary backend with front end. This will set up a system similar to a primary backend with front end. However, will be configured to connect to an existing backend on the network. I obviously won't be selecting that one for this installation. Primary backend. A backend only machine is typically designed to function like an appliance, requiring very little maintenance. This is intended to be installed as the first backend on a network. Secondary backend. This will set up a system similar to a primary backend. However, it will be configured to connect to an existing backend on the network. And front end. A front end only machine's main function is to receive media content from the backend and distribute it. This configuration requires an existing backend on the network. I believe this is what I will be going for, a backend front end combo machine. It's the most common setup for people wanting MythTV. Yeah, I believe if you've never used Mythbuntu before, this is the safest option to go for, unless you have multiple machines which you're wanting to network together for some sort of home theater system. Though yeah, I'd always recommend going with the primary backend with front end. So let's click forward. Okay, additional services. These options will quickly set up and pre-configure very commonly used things that most people will do for a post-installation Mythbuntu box. VNC service, a commonly used protocol for graphical remote administration. I can see how that will come in that could come in handy, though I'm not going to be using that. Um, yeah, I don't think I will require that. SSH service, a commonly used protocol for text-based remote administration. Samba service, file sharing to Windows and other Samba compatible clients. I would always recommend having that checked. NFS service, file sharing to other Unix and Linux clients. And MythTV service allows you to connect to MythTV from remote machines. I'm just going to tick them all for the sake of it, because I might be making future videos on Mythbuntu if I like what I see. Okay, infrared remotes, no additional remote support if you don't have a remote right now or it's supported natively. Use Android or iOS phone as a remote. Use your phone to scan the appropriate QR code to install the application on the phone. I should really do this. I'm just going to pause the video quickly and scan both of those codes. Okay, so I just downloaded MyMote for my iPhone. It's currently installing now, so I may or may not take a closer look at this in this video, or it might be a separate video. It depends how it all works and needs to be set up, etc. Okay, so it's obviously waiting for more input from me before it can finish the installation. So forward. Okay, it's now installed on my iPhone. Okay, welcome. Thank you for choosing Mythbuntu for your media center needs. Home entertainment just got entertaining again. I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks to be downloading again now, so I'm going to click skip, because it takes a lot longer if you let it download everything. And I'm just going to pause the video quickly. I won't bore you with all of this. Okay, I'm just going to quickly go over the presentation they have here. Easy configuration. All Mythbuntu installs include the Mythbuntu Control Center, which can install plugins, themes and applications, configure drivers and remote controls, set system roles, change system settings and more. They don't seem to have a slideshow, back and next button, so it must change automatically. Okay, did you know, using the MythWeb plugin you can schedule shows using a web browser, view TV listings and upcoming recordings, delete, stream and manage shows that have already been recorded. This is pretty good. Schedule shows using a web browser, that would come in handy. I have an old machine, or I'm thinking about maybe using my old computer as a media center and my old monitor as a TV with my TV tuner. Though I might look into using Mythbuntu on that, and if I do I will definitely be sure to make a video on it. Keep up to date. Mythbuntu developers offer a repository with the latest builds of MythTV updated frequently. Select which version of MythTV you want to receive updates for. These builds are built daily when there have been upstream fixes. Visit Mythbuntu Auto Builds for more information. Did you know you can record multiple programs with a single DVB ATSC QAM tuner? For more info, see the MythTV wiki. I'm not sure how this works, recording multiple programs with a single TV tuner. Actually, I have seen this come about recently. For example, in Australia we have a number of different TV networks. One of them, for example, is Channel 10. And they now have 3 TV channels. They have Channel 10, Channel 11 and Channel 1. And they all seem to use the same frequency. So even if you have just one tuner, you can record one and watch another one, even though you only have one tuner. So that might be what they were talking about. Mythbuntu testing repository. Mythbuntu developers often develop new software and place it in the Mythbuntu testing repository for community testing. Activate this repository and stay up to date on Mythbuntu features that are in the works for the release. Visit Mythbuntu testing for more information. You obviously wouldn't do this if you want stability and you want it to be guaranteed to always work, then you probably wouldn't do this. Though if you're wanting to muck around with it, then I would recommend it. You can check out what they're currently working on, etc. Okay, did you know you can stream TV, videos, music and pictures to multiple MythTV front ends around your network? So I suppose if you have 2 or 3 different TVs, and you might have a couple of basic computers attached to each of these TVs, then you could stream from the back end to the front end. It's kind of like Apple TV. If you have a couple of old computers, it wouldn't even matter if they were Pentium 4s. You could easily connect them up to a TV, set them up as a front end. I'm sure you can install Mythbuntu without the GUI even, if you were willing to do so. Getting help. All this is just the beginning. Ask your questions in the Mythbuntu forums, where advanced users help people just like you. For more information can be found in the Mythbuntu installation manual. The installation will finish soon. We hope that you enjoy using Mythbuntu. Okay, so it's still installing the system. Okay, as you can now see, the installation is complete. So I am going to click restart now. And it's probably going to ask me to remove the installation media in a second. Okay, the system is going down for reboot now. Please remove installation media and close the tray if any, then press enter. So since I'm using a VirtualBox, I'm going to go to devices, CD, DVD devices, and I'm going to deselect the ISO image and click enter. And it's now obviously rebooting the VirtualBox machine. And as you can see, it is now loading into Mythbuntu. The same screen really, the same loading screen, different logo. And now we just need to wait for it to automatically log us into the GUI. And as you can see, it's now loading. Pretty simplistic wallpaper. Yep, and here we are. So I haven't used this software for a very long time, so I'm going to go through it all. So media library, there's probably not going to be anything in here. Watch recordings, and obviously since I have just installed it, there aren't going to be any recordings. How do I go back? It's not the back key. I don't know, I don't have my mouse inside of the machine right now. So maybe if I click escape, yep, it's escape to go back. Watch videos, there were no sample videos. Listen to music, loading music, there's no sample music. Image gallery, no sample images. Manage recordings, schedule recordings, program guide. You don't have any channels defined in the database. The program guide will have nothing to show you. Program finder. Yeah. Okay, search words, search lists, custom record, manual schedule. We have recording rules. Okay, there don't appear to be any. Upcoming recordings, there aren't any. Previously recorded, there haven't been any. Set priorities, there's nothing to set the priority for. So as you can see, it's pretty bare. Information center, Redder, searching for scripts. It's probably just going to get this down from the internet eventually. I'm not too worried about this. It doesn't seem to be working very well. Okay, here it is, 18-hour forecast, animated map. Let's try 18-hour forecast. Okay, and the front end just crashed. Isn't that nice? What else have we got? System status. Yeah, so listing, schedule, tuner status, log entries, job queue, machine something, machine status, I believe that says, auto expire. So yeah, optical discs, play DVD, play VCD, import CD, eject media, watch TV. MythTV has no capture cards defined. Please run MythTV setup program. OK. And we have utilities slash setup at the bottom there. I just tried giving the VirtualBox machine my TV tuner, though there is a 99.9% chance it won't work inside of VirtualBox, which is okay. Utilities slash setup, music tools, play music, select music, import CD, import files, scan for new, whatever it says, eject media, and we have music settings, loading music, general settings. Okay, directory to hold music, audio device default. It's very hard without a cursor. CD device, automatically look up CDs, automatically play CDs, use keyboard slash remote accelerated buttons. Okay, player settings. Player mode normal, resume mode off, action on exit prompt, maximum search results 300, and you can show song ratings, show entire music tree, list is shuffled. Ripper settings, paranoia level full, file storage location, replace space with the underline, script path, automatically eject CDs after ripping. So edit keys. Okay, I'm not going to really go into all of this. And we have setup, general, all database settings take effect when you restart this program. Database server settings, hostname, localhost, ping test server. You can set the port, database name, user, password. Use custom identifier for front-end preferences, enable database server wake-up. Require setup pin code. I'm not going to worry about that. Scan for audio devices. Use internal volume controls. Use arrow key accelerators. Use line edit virtual keyboards. Screenshot path. Monitor CD slash DVD and other removable devices. Confirm exit. Shutdown reboot settings. LIRC daemon socket. Key press application, enable network remote control interface. That's general, nothing exciting really. Appearance. Do we have anything here? I hate that I can't use the mouse. I'm not sure if it's just a VirtualBox machine or it's in general. Menu theme. There only appears to be default by default. Paint engine Qt. Okay. Next, separate video modes for GUI and TV playback. Language ENUS, all the language and time settings there. Enable LCD device. Okay. Let's go back to setup. Theme chooser. Mythbuntu 1.0, MythCenter 1.1. MythCenter Ride 1.1 and Terra 1.1. Let's see MythCenter Ride 1.1. Hey, this looks a little friendlier. Yeah, I like this one more. Utilities slash setup. Go back to setup. Screen setup wizards. I'm not going to worry about that. TV settings. Okay, general. Okay, program guide, playback OST, playback groups, channel groups, recording profiles, recording priorities, media settings, music settings. You know, there are a lot of options here as you can see. I'm not going to bore you and go through all of them. You know, it looks alright. It's a bit difficult for me to have a good look at it right now because I don't have much media inside of it, and if I was to install it on one of my older machines, I could actually get my TV card to work with it, which would give us a lot more to play with. I might make a future video doing so. Do you really want to exit MythTV? Yes, exit now. Okay, and now I have my mouse back. As I said before, we have the XFCE interface or desktop environment, applications, settings. Um, so settings manager, we have all of the default stuff. I won't go through all of this. It's the same stuff you have with pretty much every Linux distribution. Um, you know, multimedia. It also has VLC media player, HD home run, configure mixer, MythTV front end, which we were looking at before. Oh, it has Firefox and the server component and system. What you would expect to see really. Mythbuntu Control Center. I believe you were looking at that before. Though, yeah, it's really it's just what is it called? The MythTV. It's basically just the MythTV front end and back end. And you can obviously install whatever you like, as with any Linux distribution. It has Firefox. Though yeah, it's pretty simplistic really. This is for the network card. There are probably updates. Okay, update manager, starting update manager. Yeah, there are a few new ones that need to be downloaded. I also don't mind the theme. It's not a bad theme. No, this will of course be Firefox 4. Yep. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's no calendar, or not when you click on that. Though yeah, I'm not sure if there was anything else I can really show you. Yeah, so yeah, it would have been a lot better if there was media. I might make a video on Mythbuntu in the future when I have set it up on one of my older machines and have the TV tuner configured and a lot of media in the library. Thanks for watching.